On the second day in Dry Tortuga, we took the dinghy over to Loggerhead Key, which is the largest island of the Dry Tortugas. We explored the area around the Loggerhead Lighthouse, which was constructed in 1857. This is also the location of the Tortugas Laboratory, which was managed by the Carnegie Research Institute for tropical research from 1904 until 1939. Before walking the perfect white sandy beach, we attached our dinghy to a mooring and explored Little Africa, which is what the coral reef located at Loggerhead Key is known as. We saw lots of different types of fish and even had this little guy follow us around for a while. He seemed very interested in us. After a few days in the Dry Tortugas, it was finally time to leave the U.S. and head to Mexico. These seaplanes come in and out all day, and the runway was quite close to where our boat was anchored. Just like the ferries, they transport tourists from nearby Key West. It was pretty fun watching them land and take off. I've never actually seen a seaplane in real life before, so this is quite new to me and quite fascinating to watch them maneuver on water, just like an airplane would on land. But don't worry, I wasn't going to leave my boat behind and take a plane. Back to the foot steering it was for the 3.5 days down to Isla, Mujeres.
Down the Dry Tortuga about 10 o'clock this morning, and we've been sailing an average of 7 knots. We reach Broad Reach, Bean Reach, and gorgeous sailing. Beautiful day, 10 to 13 knots away. A wonderful sail. So hopefully we'll be in Mujeres in about 2 days.
Todo hace parte del viaje, ¿sí o no? Bien. Lluvia.
So it's about 11:30 at night, and you can finally see the lights in Cancun. Of course, we're arriving in the middle of the night. Try to avoid that, but it's been a brilliant sail down here from Dry Tortuga. 10 to 15 knots most of the way on the main beach. We did have the motor for about 7 hours one night. The wind died, but other than that, it was a great sail. So I'm excited to finally have It's the Truth in Mexico.
It was exciting to finally be able to hoist the Mexican courtesy flag and our quarantine flag while we did the check-in. Isla Mujeres is a popular stop for cruisers along this route, and we got to meet some pretty fun ones during the check-in process.
I'm here at the port officer's office. We did the visit with the doctor, and then we had to go down to immigration and get our passport stamped and pay the fees to come into Mexico. Now we're back at the immigration office, and I think the next step is agriculture. Where they come in the boat and look around and make sure we're not hoarding lots of goods. Yeah, and then so far it's been a pretty easy process. We just had to wait for the doctor originally. We had to wait a little while for that, but once he went through our paperwork, it was quick, and then we went to immigration, and they're super nice there. And now back at our officers. So.
Sailing vessel Low Expectations invited us on board as we were just passing by in our dinghy to go to shore. They were ready with drinks and snacks, and the guys were again practicing their flips off the boat. This was the first opportunity I got since buying It's the Truth to meet fellow cruisers since becoming a cruiser myself. With Low Expectations, I knew that if all cruisers were like them, I was going to enjoy this life and the camaraderie that comes along with it. At the end of a lovely day, we also got to enjoy this perfect sunset. Cruising life in Mexico was pretty great.
So we made it down to Punta Sur. We walked all the way down from the restaurant we can park our dinghy at, and so it's about a 7-kilometer walk. Pretty hot outside, but we made it down to Punta Sur, and it was so worth the walk. It's about 30 pesos to come into the park, and it's just stunning. There's so many different colors of blue, and the waves are here crashing against the shore, and it's just, I don't know, no words to explain it.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. Continue following along on this journey by clicking on the subscribe button below, and if you could please give it a thumbs up, that would be great too. Next time, we will continue exploring more of Mexico and head down to Tulum, weather a pretty big storm that comes through Isla Mujeres, and hang out in Punta Allen for a few days on our way south to Guatemala. Until next time, cheers!